Well, hello, everybody. Good morning to you. We have a lot to talk about this morning. Google, Google, you already know the trends that have happened this month. Can we at least see what's coming ahead? Because, Jesus, I don't know if we're prepared for this. Martin Luther King Jr.'s home, y'all know we covered it here on Virtual Tour Live of how the house almost burned down. Well, well, question. MLK is a legend, right? There should always be protection for a legend, right? Exactly. So what's happening with that? I'll tell you about. Black history is our history as a country and as a world. But Lord Jesus, the ways that history can be erased, I'll tell you about that. When can we meet this week? Sorry, y'all. I'm messaging somebody. I'm so excited, y'all. I don't tell y'all all my moves, but trust me. I got some. I always got something on the horizon. Higher is waiting as we off to go higher. That the higher that's waiting for us here. Social media, black tech is huge. There's a brother on the screen I'm gonna tell you about. Hey, Tyler T-Mons G-Mon, glad to have you here. Thank you for the love this morning. I appreciate it. American Airlines. Well, there is something that happened, and let me tell you something. I hope people come down and whoop theirs with Seventh Avenue lemon body scrub on, okay? And then finally, Tiffany Cross. Y'all remember her from the Cross Connection on MSNBC? Well, I'm gonna give y'all the context on why I'm talking about Tiffany Cross because Tiffany Cross has had a lot to say about her MSNBC experience. So, with that being said, I am on the stage. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see the virtual tour background, you hear the virtual tour music, and then there is me. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Good. And a good morning to all of you. Glad to have you all here. Let me get the Tiffany Cross fired. MSNBC. Because y'all, let me tell you something. When I give y'all the context of this, oh my lord, okay? So with that being said, away we go. Because it is time to go on tour. All right, here we go. We're gonna start off with Google. Here. There we go. All right, here we go, y'all. We're gonna start off with Google. This comes to us from rollingout.com. The top 7 things black people are searching for on Google. Here are the most searched black trends in January 2024. Now, realize we just started the year 22 days ago. Okay? So the month is almost over. So the fact that Google already has these trends, I'm like, can we at least see what's to come? Because I promise you, like, there was a thing on Facebook that said before we get into 2024, can we see the terms and conditions? Because it seems like since 2020, every year that has happened has been like a movie that should not have been approved by the damn studio. Okay, listen. Hey, Jazzy J, good morning. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. So, y'all ready to find out the top 7 searches, the top 7 things that people are searching on Google for, rather? Here we go. If you were ever unfamiliar with a celebrity event or business turned to Google to get up to speed, you're all alone. Google has become central to everyday life as a place to search for information with minimum effort. Whether it's searching the latest news on Cat Williams, Megan Good, or The Color Purple, Google continues to be the world's most visited site. Here is a list of the most searched 2024 black trends. Okay, here we go. In terms of black celebrities, search interest in famous black couples grew more than 110% in the last 2 weeks compared to the same time last year globally. The most searched black celebrities in the last 2 weeks: Cat Williams, Kanye West, Dave Chappelle, Drake, Ricky Smiley, Michael Jackson, Nicki Minaj, Barack Obama, Beyonce, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Now, I think that that's really interesting. Now, we all know, or if you don't know, now you do. I think we all know why Cat Williams is on the list, because guess what? Like, he talked about everybody. Dave Chappelle, he's got that comedy special that went there. Drake, I think somebody said that Drake wasn't a real rapper. I think Mos Def said that. Nicki Minaj for Pink Friday. Barack Obama, he probably did something amazing as always. Beyonce, as we all know, the Renaissance tour that's still touring. And there was a rumor that she could be doing a Renaissance residency at the MSG Sphere. Don't know about that. And then Dwayne The Rock Johnson, I don't know about him recently. Um, I do know that he has a new movie called Red One, a new Christmas movie called Red One that's supposed to be coming out on Amazon Prime Video. So that's the reasoning for that. All right. Top trending black celebrities across film, TV, and music past month in the U.S. Andre Brower, Cat Williams, David Chappelle, Ricky Smiley, Christian Keys, Dionne Warwick, and Denzel Washington. Now, of course, we all know Andre Brower unfortunately passed away. Rush should still be here. Christian Keys, with his accusations of that somebody in the game sexually assaulted him. Dionne Warwick, I would like to date Pete Davidson. That's my Dionne Warwick voice. But anyway, and then Denzel Washington, the equalizer, just being great overall. Black-owned businesses search interest for black-owned beauty products decreased 60% in the last 2 weeks compared to the same time last year. Now that's interesting, because you think about the Kim, the fragrance, the gender neutral fragrance that we covered here on Virtual Tour Live. You think about Seventh Avenue, Melody Cherie Rogers. You think about all of those different brands. I'm like, really? It was down 60%? It was down 60%, really. Black-owned beauty products decreased 60%. So here are the most searched black-owned business categories in the last month: restaurants, banks, spas, beauty salons, coffee, and black films. Black Golden and Global nominees is a breakout search over the last 2 weeks compared to the same time frame last year. Black Golden Globe winners saw a plus 500% increase in search interest over the last 2 weeks compared to the same time frame last year. Most searched black movies in the past month: The Color Purple. As we all know, the behind the scenes of that film has become talk of the town. American Fiction, which a lot of people are saying that is the best film of the year. I haven't watched it yet, but I am definitely going to watch it. Friday After Next. It's been talked about for years now, but I think it's Lionsgate won't give the rights over to Ice Cube. I think The Book of Clarence, Get Out, Us, Django Unchained, Boys in the Hood, and Hidden Figures, one of the greatest movies of all time. I feel like with Hidden Figures, that's where Taraji P. Henson really did it up in movies. Because let me tell you something, that scene with Kevin Costner and having to go to the restroom, and then when Kevin Costner got that hammer and just banged that thing down that side. Y'all haven't seen Hidden Figures, y'all need to watch it. It's one of the greatest stories of all time. Trending black actors in the past month: Andre Brower, Cat Williams, Dave Chappelle, Ricky Smiley, Christian Keys. Top trending black actresses in the past month in the U.S.: Taraji P. Henson, Fantasia Barrino, Haley Bailey, Wanda Sykes, Oprah Winfrey, and Megan Good. So those are the searches of this past month, y'all. So listen, we're just getting started with the year, aren't we? And y'all, listen, I know that I usually review Married to Medicine in Potomac, but tonight, hashtag tonight, we're talking about Melody Cherie and Carlos King. So listen, I got other hot topics, but the first topic is probably going to be at least the first damn full hour. Okay, so I just want y'all to know that. Okay, so Miss Cheryl Huff, hello everyone. Brandon, you are a wonderful young man. You're just your time, everything will come. Well, thank you very much. And shout out to Seattle. Shout out to Seattle. Thank you for that. That was very, very sweet, kind, and loving for you to say that. All right. So I did say a legend deserves protection, right? I did say that. Now y'all remember the story. Y'all do remember the story. Let me get it up for y'all. My voice is good. That is nice to see. So in case y'all forgot the MLK story, in case y'all forgot, okay. Now I'm just gonna show this here because some of y'all may not have remembered. Oh wow. Oh my Lord. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna play that. I don't think I will. But I do want to show y'all this here. So let me do this. Just in case y'all did not know. All right, so we are going to flip this over. Okay, here it is.
To the community and a potential flight risk. That's why a judge had to say about the woman arrested.
Hey, go to James. Hi, Troy. Welcome in.
His birth home on fire. She denied Lanisha Henderson bail, saying she's afraid she might do something similar again.
Ms. Henderson, I did not set a bond in your case today.
Fulton County Magistrate Judge Holly Hughes denied 26-year-old Lanisha Henderson bond Saturday. Hughes gave two reasons for doing it. First, that Henderson doesn't live in Georgia.
She gave an address in a different state, so I find that there is a likelihood that she may not return to court.
Second was the shocking nature of the crime.
I'm extremely concerned about the randomness of this event. There does not seem to be any reason or tie to that particular location. And I do believe that based on that alone, given the complete and utter randomness that she does pose a danger. I think we all know that this is on video. So, you clearly see what she's doing. The entire thing has been recorded.
So to give y'all context, that young lady right there, she is a veteran and she has PTSD, but that is a can of lighter fluid. And she was pouring it onto the porch of MLK Jr.'s birth home. So had not been for two bystanders and two former New York City cops that were black, and by the way, the bystanders were white, stepping in and doing the right thing, that house could not have been here. Okay, so I just want to give y'all the context to that. This is going to lead up to the next report we got here on Virtual Tour Live.
What she was doing. So, Mr. Cazzoli, for today, she will remain in a no bond status until we have some further information to go forward on. Okay, I do believe that this act would have been completed, but for some...
Wait, is somebody in their bed? Somebody, no. Y'all see that? Somebody is in their bed watching it here. I can't say much because I'm in my bed talking about you. But anyway, let's roll on.
Jumping in to stop it. And I'm leaving her in a no bond status today as a danger to the community and the community's property.
This video shows Henderson dousing the birthplace of Martin Luther King Jr. with gasoline before trying to light it on fire. This video shows two retired New York City police officers, and they're also brothers, who sprang into action.
So I looked to my brother and I said, let's go get her. So we jumped back in our rental red Tesla and chased her down the street.
Teslas go fast, so I'm not surprised they got to her.
We jumped out the car, we chased her behind the home, and we was able to pin her down and apprehend her behind the house.
King's son, Martin Luther King III, says the family and the King Foundation are extremely grateful to these men.
That just goes to show the great humanity of people when they see someone who may be attempting to do something that is terrible.
Now, Henderson is set to have another hearing where her team will get an Another opportunity to make their case if she should get bond. Federal charges could be on the way as well.
So now that you got the context, here we go with our second story as we are live on tour. Actually, you know what? Before that, because I think that this up here, give me a moment, y'all. Give me a moment. I thought I had this pulled up. You know, it's really sad, rather, that words from the past still ring true for today. And so with that being said, here we go, y'all. Now recognize what I said, that a legend should always have support, right? Should always have support. Here we go, y'all. Okay, go ahead and speak, brother.
I'm tired of marching. Tired of marching for something that should have been mine at birth. I don't mind saying to you tonight. I don't mind saying to you tonight that I'm tired of the tension surrounding our days. I don't mind saying to you tonight that I'm tired of living every day under the threat of death. I have no martyr complex. I want to live as long as anybody in this building tonight. And sometimes I begin to doubt whether I'm going to make it through. I must confess I'm tired.
He did confess that he's tired. That he's tired of marching. And you do want to give up sometimes. So with that being said, here is the story here. And when I saw this story, I immediately got pissed, because this went to show me that Martin was still not protected. Like Martin just said, that he's tired of marching. Y'all ready? Here we go. Comes to us from blackenterprise.com. National Park Service seeks public participation in safeguarding MLK home in Atlanta. The National Park Service, NPS, has announced plans for the preservation and protection of the King family home located at 234 Sunset Avenue in Atlanta's historic Vine City neighborhood. I'm going to read that one more time. National Park Service seeks participation in safeguarding MLK's home in Atlanta. The National Park Service, NPS, has announced plans for the preservation and protection of the King family home located at 234 Sunset Avenue in Atlanta's historic Vine City neighborhood. This brother is no longer on this earth, and he still has to march. Once again, Martin, can you let them know how you feel about marching?
I'm tired of marching. Tired of marching for something that should have been mine at birth. I don't mind saying to you tonight. I don't mind saying to you tonight that I'm tired of the tension surrounding our days. I don't mind saying to you tonight that I'm tired of living every day under the threat of death. I have no martyr complex. I want to live as long as anybody in this building tonight. And sometimes I begin to doubt whether I'm going to make it through. I must confess I'm tired.
Now, let's roll on with this. To ensure the lasting legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the National Park Service, NPS, announced plans for the preservation and protection of the King family home located at 234 Sunset Avenue in Atlanta's historic Vine City neighborhood. The NPS, National Park Service, is actively seeking public participation in developing a comprehensive site plan to safeguard this significant historical landmark. So it's interesting to me that this plan only has happened after the fact that this house could have been burned down, when this plan should have always been in place. Like Martin said, he's tired of marching for something that should have been given to him at birth. Soon as he passed away, that should have been under federal protection. For him not to know if he was going to make it, he worried about that, and he confessed that he was tired. So for us to have the worry of that anyone could destroy that, aren't we tired of losing things that matter? I mean, Martin Luther King Jr. did say our lives begin to get silent when we don't speak on the things that matter. I'm paraphrasing it. Let me see. Our lives begin to end when we become silent on the things that matter. That's what it is. That's what it is. The NPS envisions the long-term preservation of the King family home, providing a platform for visitors to delve into the profound story of Dr. King's life and his family contributions to the civil rights movement. Excuse me. The project aims to showcase the King's family's ties to the Visalia neighborhood and their pivotal role in shaping American history. The initiative comes at a crucial time when the safety of historical landmarks is a growing concern. Just last month, an incident occurred at the birthplace of Martin Luther King Jr., where a woman was arrested to attempted to damage the site rather with gasoline. Atlanta police have identified her as 26-year-old Lakeisha Shanice Henderson. She is facing charges of second-degree arson and interfering with government property. Henderson has been officially booked into Fulton County Jail. Although the attempt was unsuccessful, it raised alarms about the vulnerability of such revered landmarks. So, Shakita Armstrong, who was visiting landmarks on MLK Day, emphasized the need to protect these homes. We want it around for a long time, from generation to generation. Keep it alive, keep it looking good, and preserve it. Since acquiring the King family home in 2018, wow, 2018, the National Park Service has diligently worked to stabilize the aging structure and preserve its historical features. The public is encouraged to participate in the preservation process through a public comment period open from January 15th to February 29th. Additionally, 2 public meetings are scheduled for January 30th and 31st to discuss the project in detail. Dr. King and his wife purchased the home in October of 1964, which served as the family's residence until his let me make sure I'm past the 10-minute mark. Okay, I am. His assassination in 1968. Eventually, the house became a memorial center for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. as a testament to his legacy and contributions to the civil rights movement. I don't think that this plan should have just happened because of a fire. I think that this plan should have just happened because it was the right thing to do. So, hey, Nikki News, good morning, beautiful. Just getting in here, just recapped we just recapped the top trends of January 2024 for the Black culture through Google. Now we're on MLK Jr. because of what happened with the arsonist. National Park Service is seeking public participation in safeguarding MLK home in Atlanta. The National Park Service has announced plans for the preservation and protection of the King family home located at 234 Sunset Avenue in Atlanta's historic Vine City neighborhood. Now, like I said, for those of you who are wondering, well, why is the plan happening now? The plan should have been happening. Well, in 2018, that's when the National Park Service acquired it. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. They've only had the home for 8 years. Now, I'm not telling the National Park Service what to do or nothing, but when you guys got it in 2018, that's when that plan should have been in place. It should not have come in place after it could have been burned down. Because to me, that's disrespectful. I'm just going to be real about it. That's completely disrespectful outline. That's just trash behavior to me. But in the same token, I am glad that plan is in place. It's just, it pisses me off that we have to put a plan in place because something bad happened for a plan to be in place. You know what I mean? So that's just my take overall. So if you do live in Georgia, not Georgia, but Georgia, there will be a public comment period from January 15th to February 29th. Now, I don't know if you can do it online, but they should open it up to the country because that's our home, damn it. Additionally, 2 public meetings are scheduled for January 30th and 31st to discuss the project in detail. So just wanted you guys to know that. And this story right here, such a beautiful story that deserves to be shared as well. Check this out.
Happening on Long Island, a big celebration for Dr. Martin Luther King. In the village of Hempstead, residents lined the streets to honor the life and legacy of the iconic civil rights leader, and also the family of the New York City surgeon who saved Dr. King's life when he was stabbed, signing copies of his first book at a Harlem department store back in 1958. CBS 2's Zania Maldonado kicks off our team coverage from Long Island.
A civil rights icon Monday with a celebration for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Hempstead Mayor Waylon Hobbs says it is Long Island's longest running parade held for Dr. King.
What we have to learn how to do is come together for common goals that does not benefit certain people, but all people. And so when we realize that how important it is for us to work together as a people, I think that will keep the dream alive.
Hempstead also honoring the family of the New York City surgeon, Dr. Emil Naclerio, who saved the life of Dr. King after he was stabbed in the chest back in 1958. Dr. Naclerio's son, Ron Naclerio, accepting the honor on his dad's behalf.
The fact that Dr. Naclerio is associated with Dr. King is associated with Dr. Naclerio, it brings tremendous, tremendous joy.
After being rushed to Harlem Hospital, an emergency surgery performed on Dr. King saved his life and was referenced in the famed I've been to the mountaintop speech, the last speech that King would deliver before his assassination.
The world needs great people. My dad was a great heart and lung surgeon, devised how to put the pacemakers in, and there's nothing you can't say about Dr. King as far as being arguably the greatest human being the United States has ever seen.
Now, the village of Hempstead is home to the largest African-American population in Nassau County. But regardless of background, community members we spoke with say it is an honor to carry on the legacy of Dr. King, not only on his birthday, but every day. From Hempstead on Long Island, Zania Maldonado, CBS 2 News.
Martin Luther King Day is designated as a national day of service.
So to that sister, thank you so much. And let me just say this, because I feel like the world we live in today, sometimes you don't want to wake up to exist in this world that we live in today. But y'all know the story of Uncle Nathan Nearest Green. He was the first African-American distiller on record in the United States of America. They taught a white man named Jack Daniel how to make whiskey. That drink is still being sold to this day in airplane shooters, 750 milliliter bottles, liter, and 1.75 bottles. And because that history happened then, Fannie Weaver, a black woman, dug into the history and made a whiskey that is now the #1 African-American selling whiskey in the world, where the descendants of Uncle Nathan Nearest Green get to go to college on full-ride scholarships. So if that story can happen back then, and a white man could save a black man at a time where Had it been down south, they would have took MLK Jr. and would have been over for him. The fact that a white man wanted to work on a black man where he could have been shunned, banished, and thrown away by his community. A black man helped a white man make whiskey, and a white man saved a black man so he could continue the mission. Don't tell me that we can't be a country when back then people came together when people didn't want them to come, didn't want us to come together. I just wanted to say that because one thing to know, two things for sure on this channel, we give soul to everything that we cover over here. And I don't know who needed to hear that today. Maybe I might need to hear. Maybe you might need to hear. Maybe we might need to hear it. But I hope that reaches you. I hope that goes through your soul. And I hope you can walk a little bit straighter today, knowing those two stories. So, all right. Gonna try not to get emotional here as we roll on here live on tour. Glad to have all you here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We're glad to have you here. All right. Social media. It's a big deal, of course, as you all know. Blacknews.com, great website. Founder of Black-owned social media network, We Kinfolk, celebrates 1.5 million visitors in 3 years. Okay? We Kinfolk, a digital diaspora, is the online platform that celebrates over 500,000 site visits in 2013, in 2023. It was launched in 2020 by IT expert Ernest L. Manning, fueled by his desire to celebrate Black culture and provide a launching pad for startups to grow their businesses organically. To date, the platform has seen 1.5 million visitors and is supported by scores of active users who make daily posts. Touted as the Black Facebook, We Kinfolk is rooted in Black culture and combines all the latest and greatest features on the most popular platforms to provide a one-stop shop for everything Black. Users engage the platform to connect with friends and family, sharing moments and inspiring messages, and promote their businesses. Excuse me. With scores of dedicated followers and some magnetic appeal to startups, We Kinfolk is on a fast track to achieving its mission of becoming the go-to social media platform of Black culture. Ernest L. Manning, CEO of We Kinfolk, is excited about the growth and success of the platform. He encourages people to sign up. If you're a Black influencer and you're not on We Kinfolk, then it's time for you to join and engage with us. Far from the average social media platform that is, We Kinfolk is an empowerment hub for its Black users, members, members treasure the exclusivity and freedom of expression without fear or judgment or backlash. One user summed up his overall experience with We Kinfolk. He said, "My wife and I are moving away from mainstream media. I want something more personal and private. So I'm asking my close family and friends to join me here. Let's make the village feel more like a village and make the ancestors proud." For further information about We Kinfolk or to sign up for the platform, download the app on the Google Play Store and Apple App Store, or visit WeKinfolk.com. We Kinfolk, at CEO We Kinfolk. Instagram, Ernest Manning Jr., at Ernest Manning Jr., and at We Kinfolk. So I'm going to pull it up on my phone because y'all know we love celebrating Black businesses around here all the damn time. All the damn time. Type it in Google. Hey, Phyllis Crawford, welcome in. Good morning to you. Glad to have you here. We Kinfolk, okay. So here it is here, okay? That's the app. We Kinfolk right there. That's the app right there. It's only got 1,000 downloads. Hang on, y'all. Hang on 1 second. 1 second. I'm going to send this to myself. Hang on. Give me a moment. We are live on tour. Copy link. Hopefully y'all are doing well this morning. It's 35 minutes after 11 a.m. on the East Coast. Glad to have all of you here. All right, let me get it here for y'all. Okay. So before, oh, no. Before I play the video, let me show y'all more of the app, okay? Oh, come on, phone, work with me. Now it gets me. Okay. So here is more of the app. Let me get back to my screen. So here's the app here. So that's what We Can Folk looks like. Right there. I'll see it there. Right there. I know. Trying to make sure it's clear for y'all. Right there. Nope. Okay. So y'all saw what it looks like there, okay? So now here is the video of We Can Folk. Here we go. Like reading, vibe. I like that. That's cool. So that is We Can Folk. I don't know if they have any more videos here. Oh, actually they do. Okay, so I'm going to show y'all the website, and then we're going to play that Roland Mara interview. So let me make sure it's not. Nope. Okay. So here is the website here. Let me share this tab with y'all right there. Okay. And then let's do the About page. And so there you go. So you can search for literally anybody and everybody there. Let me see. All right. So let me, as I get the Instagram up, because I never heard of this website until today, as I was getting ready for all of you wonderful people joining us here live on tour. All right. So here is We Can Folk on Instagram. Okay, look at their Instagram, y'all. Look at their Instagram. Hang on. Their Instagram is 12,300 followers. There you go. So this is their Instagram here. Okay, so there you go. 215 posts. Now we're going to watch the Roland Mara interview with this brother right here. So let's roll.
I buy the same products you do, only I get them much cheaper. I save hundreds of dollars a month by doing this.
Tech Talk. All right, folks, time for our Tech Talk segment. My next guest felt there was a void in cyberspace primarily for people of color. So Ernest Manning Jr. used his marketing and management background and created what he calls Black Facebook. It's called We Can Folk, a digital platform where businesses and people of diverse backgrounds can come together on common ground. He joins us now from Las Vegas. Ernest, glad to have you here. So We Can Folk, really? When did you kick it off, and how did you start?
Oh, wow. Hey, thanks a lot, Roland. I actually kicked Kinfolk off back in 2020, in November of 2020.
Okay, so that wasn't just me. I was wondering where the feedback was coming from. Okay.
2020. Matter of fact, I did it on my mother's birthday, and I basically started it because we have a void that's missing within social media, and I wanted to be that person to come and fill that void, because we were having a lot of issues where a lot of friends of mine, they were actually being shadow banned and silenced on social media for support and honoring their black culture, and that's what we Kinfolk is. We're about black culture. We're trying to promote black culture, togetherness, and promote black love. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to start it. I wanted to give us something that we can have, and I always tell people it's cool to be on other platforms, but you need to have something that you can come home to, and that's what we Kinfolk is. It's a coming home piece for all of our people.
And in terms of users, how have you been able to get folks interested? How many users do you have? Is there a charge? Is it free?
It's free. It's very free. Everything on the platform is free. Because we have advertising, because we have users, of course you can go on there, you can advertise, you can buy advertisement space to get your word out, because like I said, it's for businesses, it's for influencers, it's for a lot of different things. You can get on there. Everything that you do on Facebook, you can do.
Look at that. That's cool.
And the only difference is you have a specific your people there that are waiting for you to come there and support them. If you get on the platform, you'll see there are so many people on there with so much positivity. They have a lot going on. There are a lot of black businesses on there that are promoting themselves. So it's free. We have thousands of users, close to 40,000 now. We're still growing. We're utilizing other platforms to actually get the word out. We're doing different things. We're sending out emails. We're just trying. We're basically the shipment circuit right now. We're just going around doing our best to get the word out to our people so that they can see. Because once the people found out about it, they love it. They love it. They love what it's about. They love the black love that we have going. That's one of our sayings. Of course, we're always promoting black love, black unity, a cohesive mindset of what we're trying to do. We know we need to come together peace. And so that's what we're trying to create.
All right, questions from our panel. Scott, you go first.
What's the investment base for We Kinfolk? Is this privately owned? Are there investors in it? Do you want to grow? Do you want to expand beyond black folks, although you don't have to? What's the structure, and how can folks like me participate from an investor standpoint, if at all?
Right. Currently, it's 100% owned by myself. I haven't had any investors because, once again, it's just getting started. I didn't start the investor piece yet. I just basically wanted to get it going. I wanted to get a good grassroots going. I wanted to get movement with it. And then once I get movement and I get people that are actually joining the platform, then of course that'll be the next phase, is to start the investment phase, start getting people coming in to help it out, make it a bigger platform and get it more reach to the people. So currently, yeah, it's 100% owned by myself. I haven't had any investors yet, but I'm at that stage now to where I'm starting to look for investors, starting to get people like yourself that can actually help and help move the platform forward, because it's something that's needed for our community, something that can help us bring out. Once again, I'll continue to say it's a cohesiveness that we need in our community, in our culture, to bring ourselves together. There are a lot of black businesses out there that aren't able to reach a specific audience because of. So we make that possible. But it's not only it's for black culture. We don't turn anybody down. We're not here. We're all about love. So we're here. If you love black culture, then We Kinfolk is a place for you. We're here to promote black culture, give black influencers, black creators a chance to express themselves. So eventually, yes, there will come a time to where investors will be asked to come in. So, but right now I'm not at that stage, but very soon.
Thank you.
Monet,
good luck with it.
Thank you.
Yes, congratulations. And as it relates to Scott's question, I'm just going to add a suggestion. He's really great at assisting people in scaling businesses. And the one thing that I can share with you is you're always thinking about scaling before you scale. So every time you say you're not ready, it's not now, I'm saying, no, right now. Get the plan together. And there are those of us who are rooting for you who would be happy to assist with that. Actually, Pastor Keon Henderson, I don't know if you know that name. Look him up on Instagram. He and his wife, Shawnee Henderson, are offering a free program, I believe. I don't know if it's free. I might have just added that part on how to best scale your business. So go sign up. And
well, there you go. That's awesome.
I definitely appreciate that. And let me rephrase that. We're always ready for investors. So thank you. I definitely appreciate it. I'm looking to work with anyone that's looking to work with us, because that's what we're planning to do, is move
that
the
was set
platform
out
to
love
the next
right
level.
That was
so
set
of
out
course,
love right
that's
there.
that's the next level for us, is actually investments and getting our users more gadgets and gadgets for the platform, so that it can be a fun space for them, just like all the other platforms are. So definitely, yes.
Oh, you're a quick languager. I love it.
I want to go back to my question now. He got a different answer.
No. On the Robert.
Ready for you, brother. No. See, Scott's trying to Shark Tank you. He about to buy the whole business.
That part.
Yeah, I watch Shark Tank too. I know Scott. That's what Scott's trying to do. Let me get 10% of the company for a bean pie. I got you, Scott.
I can't practice law, man.
I mean, no lies told.
I love it. Come on. We welcome you aboard.
Well, one of the things that I've noticed from these social media platforms that have kind of worked, so to say, is they had some kind of disruptive technology. When Instagram started, we were just doing Facebook and Twitter where it was text, and they were the first ones to really introduce photographs as being a major aspects of social media, which kind of created meme culture. Vine, when it was created, was the 6-second short form video that people weren't doing. When TikTok came, there was a state-run company with the Chinese government backing it. That's allowed these viral dance challenges to become kind of the gravamon of what the app was based off of. What is the kind of disruptive technology that this will be that will get people, if it's just like Facebook, then why not just use Facebook? What's the disruptive technology that changes this app from other social media platforms?
Very good question.
Great question. I appreciate that. It's not so much as a disruptive technology, because as we all know, that comes with a great budget that we don't have here at We Kinfolk. We Kinfolk is about family, friends, and culture. We're pushing family, friends, and culture. Yeah, you can get all of those things on Facebook, but at the same time on Facebook, I've been there, I've seen it firsthand, to where when I'm promoting my business or my love for my culture, I love my people. That's why I'm doing this. I want to give them something for that. So when they're on Facebook and they're put in jail for 30 days for showing the love for their people, that to me is a problem. So that's where I come in. That's where we.
Oh, no, it's all true. I mean, look, Facebook. Look, it's 100% true because Facebook has been throttling us. I've got 1.3 million followers on Facebook. They've been purposely not sending my users live notifications. In fact, so you look at. We've had almost 3,000 people on so I've got 903,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Yeah. And we've almost had 3,000 people watching today. Right now on my Facebook page, where I have 1.3 million people, it's 96 watching.
That's a travesty. And
they are purposely suppressing Black content. That's absolutely true.
That's exactly what they're doing. And that's the reason why We Kinfolk is here. We're not no different than Facebook. We just want you to know that we want you to reach your people. That's why on We Kinfolk, we don't have algorithms. We don't have suppression. If you have 1 million followers, you reach 1 million followers. That's the difference between us. So when we talk about technology, I'm a small fish in a big pond. I cannot compete with Facebook. But what I can do is allow our users and our members to be able to utilize their research, their God-given talent to bring people on board and to utilize that to better serve their purposes. So that to me is the great technology, is that we're allowing people to reach all of their personnel, all of their members, all of their followers, and have a better engagement. You have a much better engagement on We Can Folk. And as we grow, our technology is going to grow. I have a lot of ideas that I'm going to implement once I'm able to fund those ideas. But right now, we're just making sure that we get our people the engagement that they're looking for within a good platform, a social media platform.
All right, then. Well, look, Ernest, we so appreciate it. Good luck. We Can Folk, thanks a lot.
Hey, thanks a lot, Roland. I definitely appreciate it. You guys can download us on the App Store. We Can Folk. We're on the Google Play Store as well as the App Store. Thanks a lot, Roland. I definitely appreciate this.
Thank you very much. 186.
There you go, y'all. So that is We Can Folk. Just want to shine a light there. And, I just want to give y'all a little bit of a backstory real quick. So when I did Dr. B's Crib Almost Live with Dr. B, Asha Lee, Maria Sada, Maya, Larry Lee at Kent State University on Black Squirrel Radio, which is an internet radio station, all we did was take Black stories and we broke down how we all go through it. So think about this. We all are on social media, but not everybody is seen on social media. Or as I like to say, we all are a tree, right? We all go through things through the leaves and the branches, but it's not the same through the roots. So that's all we do over here. We just take pop culture, we take rather media culture and human interest stories and showcase to you. We're all going through this, but the foundation of how we go through it's not the same. But we showcase the commonalities and how much we have in common. So shout out to We Can Folk for sure right there. Just shout out to them. All right, this next story, y'all. Oh, Lord, trigger warning. Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. All right. You see the link. I don't think y'all saw the link. My bad. Anyway, here it is here. Okay, y'all ready? It's a trigger warning. I did say that. So here we go. American Airlines flight attendant faces federal charges for child P. I'm going to say that 2 more times. American Airlines flight attendant faces federal charges for child P. American Airlines flight attendant faces federal charges for child P. This comes to us from blackenterprise.com. An American Airlines flight attendant used a concealed iPhone in the bathroom to record video. Okay. An American Airlines flight attendant, Estes Carter Thompson III, is facing federal child P charges after being accused of attempting to secretly record a 14-year-old girl in an airplane restroom, according to CNN. I'm going to read that one more time. An American Airlines flight attendant, Estes Carter Thompson III, is facing federal child P charges after being accused of attempting to secretly record a 14-year-old girl in an airplane restroom, according to CNN. Thompson, 36, was arrested in Lynchburg, Virginia on January 18th, charged with attempted sexual exploitation of children and possession of child P depicting a prepubescent minor. Jody Cohen, the special agent in charge of FBI Boston, condemned the alleged action, stating what Mr. Thompson is accused of doing is disgraceful. We believe calculated, given that this alleged conduct occurred on at least 5 flights. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. But Jody Cohen says we believe calculated, given that this conduct has occurred on at least 5 flights. Now, y'all have heard, the story about how, there was a child on Spirit Airlines and they landed up in the wrong city. This was a flight attendant who allegedly got an iPhone and tried to secretly record a 14-year-old teenager in an airplane bathroom, in an airplane restroom. The incident occurred in September during a flight from Charlotte, North Carolina to Boston. Thompson is accused of directing the 14-year-old girl to use the first class lavatory where he had allegedly concealed his iPhone equipment to record her. The girl discovered red stickers with inscriptions like inoperative catering equipment and seat broken under the toilet seat lid. First of all, when you are on an airplane, your ticket is your ticket. So don't know if she was in first class or not. But she should not have been in first class if she was not supposed to be in first class. But on top of all that, you breaking protocol, inoperative catering equipment and seat broken under the toilet seat lid. So you deliberately went into the restroom probably way before the flight was supposed to take off, and you did this deliberately. Okay, y'all. It says here, as we roll on, it says, it's alleged that beneath the red stickers, Thompson had concealed his iPhone to record a video, the release said. After taking pictures of the stickers and the concealed phone, the girl reported the incident to her parents, who informed flight attendants. The pilot was notified upon reaching Boston that the girl's father confronted Thompson, who locked himself in the restroom for several minutes. So the father probably wanted to whoop his ass. And he locked himself in the restroom for several minutes. A subsequent search of Thompson's suitcase revealed 11 stickers similar to those found in the restroom. Additionally, police discovered 4 recordings on his iCloud account depicting minors between the ages of 7 and 14 using the plane's restroom, along with photos of a 9-year-old and images of child P generated by artificial intelligence. American Airlines promptly withheld Thompson or withdrew Thompson from service following the incident. We take these allegations very seriously. They do not reflect our airline or the core mission of caring for people. We have been fully cooperating with law enforcement in this investigation, and there is nothing more important than the safety and security of our customers and team. Thompson remains in custody until his court date in the Western District of Virginia and will subsequently face federal court in Boston. If convicted, he could face up to 30 years in prison for sexual exploitation of children and 20 years for possession of child P, depicting a prepubescent minor. With both charges carrying the possibility of supervised release, fines up to $250,000 in restitution, the case underscores the airline's commitment to the safety and security of passengers with the full cooperation pledged during the ongoing investigation. So he's 36 years old, right? So he's 36 years old. So 36 plus 30 years plus 20 years. Oh, hello. Okay, all right. Hi, Nick East, I guess. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. Guess you're from overseas. Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Glad to have you. So y'all, he's 36 years old. Okay, so let's recap all this. 36 years old. Okay. If convicted, he could face up to 30 years in prison for attempted sexual exploitation of children. So that's 30 years. Plus up to 20 years for possession of child pornography depicted on prepubescent minor. So if he gets the max of 30 plus the max of 20, that's 50 years. Add to 36, y'all. He will be 86 years old. Y'all, that's life in jail at that point. Let me get a little more clear for y'all. 86 years old. So here is the fucking piece of shit. There is the fucking piece of shit. There is the fucking piece of shit that did this. Okay. And there, right there, is the seat broken. Here is more intel on this story from CBS News Boston. This comes to us from the Daily Beast, by the way.
We begin at 6 tonight with our first look at the flight attendant arrested and accused of taking pictures of young girls in airplane bathrooms. The FBI arrested Estes Carter Thompson III today. Investigators say Thompson recorded a 14-year-old girl in the bathroom of an American Airlines flight to Boston last.
Wait a minute. Wait 1 minute. Do y'all see this? So what he did, this I hope they grape his ass up in jail. I really do. Because let me tell you something, felons, they don't mess with children, they don't mess with women, they don't mess with the elderly. That's a code. It's a code. So it looks like he was able to just start the camera, and that's the light there just recording.
Last fall, you can actually see the camera attached to a toilet there. The girl had noticed that and then took a picture of the camera. Investigators say they found images on Thompson's phone of 4 more minors on flights that he worked. Those victims range in age from 7 to 14 years old.
I can only imagine being the anchor having to read that. Because, see, here's the thing. Being a news anchor on television, you have to keep your composure. But if it was For Us By Us primetime news, please understand, if I was the anchor, I would be cussing up a storm on the For Us By Us network. Okay? I'm just going to say that right damn now. If it was all black primetime news, I would be cussing up a storm. If it was BET primetime news on BET Plus, I would be cussing up a storm right now. From ages 7 to 14. Ages 7 to 14. Yeah, I don't know if this piece of shit has kids or not, or a wife. But I hope the wife is divorcing him, and I pray that those kids never have to see that piece of shit ever again. Ever again. Here's more from Ashley Banfield from News Nation.
Ethan is an iPhone that's positioned there, allegedly by a male flight attendant on that flight, to record people, very young people, using the toilet. 14-year-old victim in this case was flying with her family from Charlotte to Boston, and she got up to use the restroom in the main cabin, which is what we do when we sit in the main cabin. But it was occupied, so as she stood there, a flight attendant said, "Hey, the bathroom in first class is open," and walked her there. How nice. But the weird thing was he went in first. He says, "Hang on, he needed to wash his hands." And then she went in after. And she doesn't spot that half-hidden iPhone with its lights on until after she's finished. But she does do something very, very smart. She takes a picture of it, and then she marches right back to her seat, and she shows it to her parents. You can imagine what happened then, right? Parents alert the crew. That's code for holy hell broke loose. But the flight attendant in question, who led her to the bathroom and had to wash his hands first before she could go in, somehow he was able to lock himself in the bathroom again for several minutes, presumably wiping his phone back to factory status, because that's how the cops found it when they arrested him on landing. And it says Carter Thompson III. He is now a former American Airlines flight attendant and current inmate, facing very serious charges.
Didn't I just say that, you know, there's protocol for everything? I hope that piece of shit is graped up in jail where he can't shit. And I fucking mean that. All right, let's roll on, y'all. I can't. All right, here we go, y'all. So, Tiffany Cross, for those of you who remember Tiffany Cross, she was on MSNBC with the Cross Connection, one of the biggest shows on MSNBC. Well, that show was on for a long time until she got fired. Here's the background of that story before we get to what Tiffany Cross had to say. This comes to us from Variety.com. Inside MSNBC's president, Rashida Jones' efforts to explain and contain the firing of Tiffany Cross. This is an exclusive. By the way, Rashida Jones is the first African-American woman to run a cable news network, if I'm not mistaken. So with that, here we go. November 7th was a particularly busy day at The View. The long-running ABC Talk series was prepping for the show the day before the midterm elections, a nail-biting event that ended up with the Democrats retaining control of the Senate and Republicans taking the House. To bolster the show's panel, led by the EGOT herself, moderator Whoopi Goldberg, Nicole Wallace was joining as a guest to discuss a new series she hosts for Peacock surrounding mental health awareness. As a former member of The View, Wallace was no stranger to the Upper West Side Manhattan, where the show is filmed. But the woman she brought as her plus one surprised numerous staffers of talent. Wallace, who currently hosts the show MSNBC's Deadline White House, arrived that morning accompanied by Rashida Jones, her boss and the president of MSNBC. Jones is known to have accompanied some MSNBC talent to other media appearances, even on rival networks, but the visit to The View nonetheless raised eyebrows in the news biz. It's beyond odd the head of a rival news operation at a different network would come to The View, noted one source with knowledge of the visit. Another individual present that day agreed it was bizarre that a top executive from NBC Universal would step foot inside ABC. While Wallace was on hand to discuss her series, Jones had a different topic in mind. 4 sources aware of her dealings that day said that was Tiffany Cross, the outspoken MSNBC anchor who Jones had abruptly fired 3 days earlier. Cross was the firebrand weekend host of the Cross Connection, a host who had drawn the ire of right-wing pundits such as Tucker Carlson, who has now been fired, thank God, from Fox News for all the ish that he has went through, and had also raised eyebrows both internally and among some viewers about her blunt on her comments about political figures like Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. Now, first of all, Clarence Thomas is a public figure. In the words of Omar, if you do good, I'll talk about you. If you do bad, I'll talk about you. But apparently, Tiffany Cross crossed a line too far. Don't judge me. You saw the thumbnail. You know my voice is there, but you know why you're here. Cross's firing had been the subject of numerous conversations initiated by Jones and elite media figures in recent weeks. Nearly a dozen, 12 individuals interviewed by Variety said many of the sources who spoke to Jones, a rare black female leader in the sector, felt her efforts to present her case to industry insiders underlined how controversial the decision was to fire Cross in the first place. Some are concerned that Cross was unfairly penalized for being an outspoken black journalist. Brian Freeman, the high-powered attorney Cross retained after her ouster from MSNBC. If you heard Brian Freeman before, Brian Freeman has been under Megyn Kelly, and Brian Freeman, I think, has also worked with Gabrielle Union when she sued NBC and the production company for America's Got Talent. All right, let's roll on. Told Variety that Jones' behavior was harmful to his client. There is one kind of wrong in going around trying to justify one's unjustifiable behavior, but at Rashida's level of doing so, what she's actually doing is defaming Tiffany in the process, Freeman said. MSNBC sees it differently. MSNBC made a programming decision to cancel the show. Spokesperson for the network told Variety. The news group makes these business decisions all the time. Sources close to the situation says that Jones was concerned that Cross ignored her directives to stop taking on rival cable and radio personalities during her show. In the end, Jones felt that as a leader she had to address insubordination. Other insiders familiar with Cross said only one such directive was ever given 2 weeks before she was fired. Yet the response to Cross's firing from viewers and social media users and the activist community was intense. Cross trended on Twitter for days following her fire. More than 40 prominent black figures demanded a personal meeting with Jones to explain Cross's fire on the eve of a critical midterm election and to discuss a path forward that is restorative to the reputation and dignity of Ms. Cross, reported Sim4. Now, Sim4, for those of you who don't know, is a platform from Ben Sherwood. Ben Sherwood was the former president of ABC News. Hang on, y'all. Give me a moment. Give me one moment, Tom. Yeah, so Ben Smith has a company named Sephora. So I think that's where this was reported from, okay? All right, let's roll on. With no shortage of damage control, Jones walked the halls of the View in pursuit of Goldberg first, sources said, appearing at the door of her dressing room. Jones encountered Goldberg in the final touches of her hair and makeup while reviewing her notes for the day's show, said the sources. Jones requested Goldberg's staff to leave the room so they could have a private conversation, which Goldberg denied, sources said. Another viewer insider present categorized the media as a quick hello. Unfazed, Jones moved on and waited out most of the tape before requesting to speak to View co-host Sunday Hostin. Roughly 10 staffers witnessed Hostin, an attorney and former legal analyst for ABC News, step off stage and speak to Jones in the hallway before the conclusion of the broadcast. Sources said Jones was overheard explaining to Hostin that she had issues with Cross on-air tone for close to a year before her termination. 3 insiders familiar with the exchange said. After assessing Jones' unexpected appearance on set, some higher-ups at The View speculated that she had come on that day with one goal: to avoid getting mentioned in the popular View segment Hot Topics, during which the panelists engage in an oft-heated debate and throw down strong opinions. Other insiders familiar with the tape and denied that this was Jones' motive. A well-placed insider at The View said the Cross story was in the mix to appear in that day's Hot Topic segment, but did not make it to air in favor of other stories. So basically, with a daytime talk show of this magnitude, The View, they send the topics to the co-hosts, and co-hosts say yay, nay majority rules, right? So that's how that works. That's how that works. The source added it had nothing to do with Jones' presence. A spokesperson for the View declined to comment on the matter. Other sources disputed that Jones and Hoskins' conversation was about Cross and said she was acting in a supportive capacity to Wallace as she returned to her former workplace. Insiders note that Jones has made a January visit to CBS, The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, alongside Joy Reid. In May, Jones accompanied MSNBC contributor Jim Petoskey to the Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon on Sibling Network NBC. But the message that Cross was a long-time problem was echoed by Jones in her outreach over the past weeks, sources added. At least 3 of those talks were held with other media figures, one being a former prominent magazine editor, sources added. Insiders of the Cross connection, however, pointed to only one real communication, which Jones reprimanded Cross for her tone. That came October 16th. Sources said following a segment Cross hosted regarding Justice Thomas. Airing on October 15th, the segment aimed to examine Thomas' legacy and was peppered with references that wonky blogs called vulgar and mocking. This include referring to Thomas as Justice Pubic Hair on my Coke can, referred to testimony from Dr. Anita Hill 2 decades ago, where she accused the judge of sexual harassment. She referred to Thomas as Commander Warford, the fascist rapist, played by Joseph Hines on Hulu's The Handmaid's Tale. Oh, Lord. In her communication across, Jones expressed that she was disappointed in her language on the segment, said the piece did not meet network standards. She also set up a conversation with NBC Universal Human Resources. And the MSNBC spokesperson would not comment on internal HR matters, nor would they clarify if any new protocols from Cross Connection emerged from those talks. Sources with knowledge of MSNBC insisted that Cross was spoken to by numerous individuals over the past year about her or her tone, though they would not offer any specifics on who and when. The letter from Jones was the first and only sign for a total issue, other sources maintain. Oh, excuse me. Whoa. However you might classify Cross's tone, her particular brand of outspokenness helped her win a bake-off for the weekend host slot against 2 other hopefuls in 2020. She took the job that year, a seat that had been vacated by anchor Joy Reid, who moved to weeknights. In announcing her eponymous show, Cross promised to touch on politics, culture, humanity, and the inhumanity of some yet-to-be-addressed disparities. She also pledged to place Black women at the center of her program. What followed was a series of blunt and headline-grabbing segments and appearances by Cross in a news cycle rift with discourse and outward displays of white supremacy. Notable sound bites from Cross included an interview with radio personality Charmaine Guy calling Florida the ick of America, one that should be castrated. Comments like these led to extreme reactions from media personalities on the right, including Megyn Kelly, who called Cross a dumb actual social self and the most racist person on TV. Now, this is coming from Megyn Kelly, who on Megyn Kelly Today said as long as you were in blackface, you were okay back in the day. And was immediately fired after that. The audacity, the cosmocracy, and the cosmagination, Megyn Kelly, for you to say a Black woman is the most racist person on TV when you said if you were in blackface, it was okay. To give y'all context, this was a story about Countess Luann being, I think Diana Ross, and was in blackface, and Megyn Kelly approved it. So, anyway, let's roll on. By far, the most incendiary reaction from Cross was from Fox's Carlson, On October 19, 4 days before Cross aired her Clarence Thomas segment, Carson accused Cross of inciting a race war with her commentary. He even likened her broadcast to the Rwanda radio station that played a significant role in the country's 1994 genocide. In the days following Cross's firing, reports speculated that Jones had handed Carson and Fox News a win by terminating her. No other cable news show regularly examined the many ways that white supremacy is embedded structurally and historically throughout American society, wrote on Salon in an analysis of the firing. At the top of the year, Cross Connection attracted about 4.6 million monthly viewers, according to an internal research document issued by NBC Universal obtained by Variety. Cross's audience is skewed 55% female, 35% black, an audience intersection that MSNBC has been chasing. Variety report earlier this month, all told, Cross's program was MSNBC's most watched by black viewers, second only to Politics Nation with Al Sharpton, the Reverend Al Sharpton. The week before her termination, according to Nielsen Media Research, she averaged 605,000 viewers in her time slot and rated third behind her competitors CNN and Fox News. That is a very successful show in the world of cable television. Jones' defenders call her a fierce advocate for diversity, having hired or elevated jurors to include Candy Fang, Alex Wagner had Alex Wagner Tonight, Simone Sanders to Edgar Rose, and Simone Sanders is now also on MSNBC. For many industry observers, the situation, situation has been heightened by the fact that two prominent black women journalists are at public odds. I don't want to see someone like Tiffany move backwards. I don't want there to be a double standard for Rashida. Reverend Al Sharpton, host of Politics Nation, MSNBC's Politics Nation, told Variety. Cross's future is unclear. The question she's inspired about the question of different standards surrounding black voices on cable news continues to inspire anxiety with many sources Variety spoke with. Last Friday, the Washington Post ran an op-ed called the cancellation of Cross a chilling cinder to a wider industry. We feel the chill, one network anchor of color who spoke to Variety with conditional anonymity. So that is the context for Tiffany Cross in this firing. Okay. Now, I can only imagine what it is for one to be in media, for one. Number two, you have a platform. Number three, you are in the culture. Whether you sit low on YouTube and look high on TV, or you're on TV looking low on YouTube, it's a powerful position. We all saw what happened with a particular blogger that did the most and now has to pay $4 million to Cardi B. And allegedly there's a request for that blogger to take down the interview with Kevin Hart's former assistant. So now the playing field is where whether you're on YouTube or on TV, everybody can get. So I told you about the firing of Tiffany Cross, but there's a little more intel on this. Just a little more intel. Y'all ready? Are y'all ready? So this was big too. This comes to us from the Daily Mail. Right here. Fired MSNBC Tiffany Cross, who spewed virulent anti-conservative rhetoric, has been under fire for racking up as much as $100,000 in expenses for her 5-star hotel stays in her 2 years at the network. Tiffany Cross, the ex-host of the Cross Connection, allegedly booked personal trips to LA as business expenses, racking up $100,000 in costs for MSNBC. The New York Post has reported that Cross is under fire for accumulating the expenses of 5-star hotels prior to the network's decision to fire her. Sources said one of those trips included a stay at the ritzy Beverly Wilshire Four Seasons Hotel, which charges more than $1,000 a night for its suites. So for a 7-night vacation, that's $7,000. Social media posts track her to the hotel stay during the week of the Oscars, where sources say she booked an extended stay. Now, to let you guys know, for example, like the Oscars will be coming up on ABC. Sorry, y'all, a lot going on live. Okay. Okay, hang on, y'all. Hang on. I got a lot going on here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Glad to have all you here. There we go. All right. So let me look up the Oscars. Oscar nominations. So the Oscar nominations are going to be revealed tomorrow, live on Good Morning America, okay, at 8:30 a.m. So when you guys see, Michael Strahan, Robin Roberts, you see the host of the official Red Carpet Countdown show, which, by the way, this year, the Oscar show was starting at 7 p.m., not 8. Usually there will be like a 3-hour Red Carpet Countdown show, but now it's just going to be 30 minutes. To me, that is completely blatant disrespect, classes, and trash behavior. What in the hell? Y'all give me a moment. Give me a moment. I'm still right here with y'all. Give me a moment. All right, good people. I'm sorry. Just had to check something real quick, y'all. We are live on tour. Damn, a lot going on. But the reason why I'm giving y'all the rundown is because I believe that the reason why so many people could give two damns about media is because they don't understand the complexity, the diversity, and the layers of media. So I want y'all to get this, okay? Get my microphone back. Lord help, we are live on tour. Glad to have y'all here. Okay. Let me get myself in the frame. Okay. Hi, good to see y'all. So when you guys see here, right, that during the week of the Oscars, sources say she booked an extended stay. Robin, Michael, all of them, they at the network ABC. Oh, wait a minute, hang on. Sorry, y'all. Stop sharing. I don't know why that's been happening recently. That's my, what do they call it? Hey, good afternoon, Castory. Be good to see you, beautiful. That's the antivirus protection. But let me get back to the Daily Mail. Because I want to give y'all the context here, okay? Tiffany Cross and what happened here, okay? So let me go back to sharing. Present. Hey, G baby. By the way, happy belated good morning to you. I saw your comment in the live chat. I did not say good morning because Ja was not down, but glad to have you here. So we're talking about Tiffany Cross right now because she responded to MSNBC, or she responded about her experience of MSNBC. So I'm going through this article here that she was fired for her rhetoric, but she also racked up as much as $100,000 expenses for 5-star hotel stays. So we were right here. Social media posts track her to the hotel during the week of the Oscars, where sources say she was booked on an extended stay. So when you see the Oscars with Michael Strahan, Robin Roberts, and all those people, the network pays. Okay, just want y'all know, the network pays for those hotels, okay? So they'll say, Michael Strahan, okay, you're going to be staying at the Beverly Hilton. Robin, you'll stay here. So they pay for your flight. They pay for your luggage. Some networks have a network plane, that they use to transfer talent. So if Robin, George, and Michael were covering the Oscars, ABC News would pay for them to go to the Oscars to cover it. Now, if they wanted to stay extra, then that's on them, because the network has allocated a certain amount of money for the trip. So I just want y'all to get the context of how that works, okay? All right. Like I said, we cover it all over here. Cross was also accused of trying to draw opposition against network president Rashida Jones a week before she was fired. Cross was only let go following spout controversial anti-conservative comments on the air, including calling Florida the ick of the country. So it says here, staying at a hotel that NBC executives, wait a minute, oh, there's my phone, sorry, y'all. It says here she's staying at a hotel that NBC executives don't stay at. One source told the outlet Cross allegedly staying at the ritzy Beverly Wilshire Four Seasons Hotel during the Oscars was charged more than $1,000 a night for its suite. So y'all see it. She's staying at a hotel that NBC executives don't stay at. So usually there is an approved list of hotels that you can stay at. So let's just say that I was covering the Oscars, right? And if the W hotel in Hollywood was on the list, if the Sheridan was on the list, from that list I could choose any one of those. Now, if I choose a hotel that's not, hang on, y'all, sorry. If I choose a hotel that's not on the list, then I have to pay for it. That's how it works in the game. Okay, I'm just giving y'all the real. So the fact that she was staying at a hotel that NBC executives don't stay at means that she was out the budget. Social media posts from that week show Cross boasting about her time in LA prior to Oscar night, with a photo posted 2 days later of her waking up and standing outside a hotel balcony overlooking the city skyline. Rather, the balcony view matches the one at the Beverly Wilshire 5-star hotel. Sources also claim that Cross had gotten wind that she was going to be axed from the network, allegedly said, "I'm going to go out in a blaze and take down the network and going after Rashida," referring to MSNBC president Rashida Jones. The network officially cut ties with Cross on November 4th following spat controversial anti-conservative comments, such as declaring the nation was in a civil war. So here is the view here of Tiffany Cross. Right there. So she was at that hotel. Same views match there. So she's booked an extended stay at this hotel where the suites go up to $1,000 a night. So that's the president of MSNBC, Rashida Jones. So she boasted about her stay in LA March 25th, 2 days before the Oscars. So right here, the walls of the suite match the ones where she spoke to political commentator Jason Johnson on the left. The following day above, she suggested she was in the same suite. Sources claim that she booked an extended stay during the Oscars. So this is a luxury suite at this hotel at the Wilshire. And so right here is the statement from Tiffany Cross. So just to give y'all some context there. Now before we move on, I'm gonna be real with y'all, okay? Because we see each other on this channel all the time. I'm not gonna lie, if I was this brother, if he growing single, she growing single, I would have smashed. I'm sorry, like, she is a beautiful woman. I'm just gonna be real about it, okay? What you want me to do? What you want me to do? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So it says here, sources close to the Post, the New York Post, that Cross had made it a habit to stay at swanky 5-star hotels and position them as business trips. They said some of those visits to LA included seeing the 2022 Super Bowl and a trip to the Oscars, where she allegedly booked the extended stay at the Beverly Wilshire. Who, on her Instagram account, Cross boasts about getting her hair and makeup done in Los Angeles on March 25th, 2 days before the Academy Awards. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking at this. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll read that on my own time. Or maybe read it today. Who knows? 2 days before the Academy Awards, on March 29th, 2 days after the conversation, she appears on the balcony that matched the one the Beverly Wilshire you guys just saw. By March 31st, Cross appears to be back in New York, where she posted a picture of her with comedian Roy Ward Jr., a former correspondent of The Daily Show. Okay. Cross was also upset to try to build up support against the network a week prior to her ouster. In an Instagram post following her firing, Cross claimed to be MSNBC's highest rated weekend show that garnered more than 4.6 million monthly viewers. According to Nielsen, Cross Connection only managed to draw about 2.8 to 1.8 million viewers a month since June. In her final week, she only had 605,000 viewers, trailing behind CNN and Fox's comparative segments. Ratings also indicate that Alex Witt was the MSNBC host with the highest weekend show. One source said Cross overestimated her worth, which is allegedly why she booked the 5-star hotel trips. She mistook working for television news for being a celebrity. The source asked, she was making north of $200,000 when she acted like she made $5 million. Now, $200,000 for us regular people is a lot of money. So you divide that by 12, right? That is about 16. Make sure I see that right. Yep, that's about $16,666 a month. Still, to have $16,000 a month would be life-changing for anybody. Anybody. Get back on the story here. So then her statement there. And then right here, Lord help. Cross was just one of the big name firings at the network report this month as LGBTQIA+. By the way, the I stands for intersex and A stands for asexual. Because we make sure everybody is covered on this channel. Shepard Smith, who was on Fox News but went over to CNBC, saw his show The News with Shepard Smith canceled. Prior to the acts, Cross called Florida the ick of the country in an interview with Charlamagne the God, saying it should be castrated. While Smith's departure reflects the efforts by CNBC to increase business-related news on the network, Cross's termination comes after she was reportedly told to tone down on the rhetoric. Cross once blasted Meghan McCain over her identity politics, and the host should be fired because her only talent has been fed off of nepotism and black hairstyles. Now, the black hairstylist was not the move, but the nepotism and the identity politics of being, for Republicans and stuff like that, that's a fact. Nobody liked Meghan McCain. That was facts. Last year, she revealed that her brother is a truck driver, and whenever he hits the road, she worries about his safety because it feels like a dangerous industry. This is an industry populated by a lot of white men over the age of 55. Cross said this group overwhelmingly voted for 45. Cross previously made the comments declaring a civil war as she filled in for Joanne Reed on the readout. So now that you guys got the context of all that, now we lead to Tiffany Cross talking about MSNBC. Excuse me, y'all. By the way, if you notice my voice is kind of going in and out, I've been having this mucus thing going for a while. But trust me, I've been drinking tea, rest of my voice, all that type of stuff. So, Tiffany Cross, right here, this comes to us from The Root. By the way, The Root was also under MSNBC before it got sold into this group here. Okay. Just give y'all some context. All right. Tiffany Cross spills the tea on her MSNBC firing. Tiffany Cross, Andrew Wright, and Andrew Gillum team up on a new podcast called the Native Land Pod. And they're spilling all the tea during a testimony segment on the latest episode of the show. Cross shared the story of her split from MSNBC and didn't hold anything back. So let me get that. Tiffany Cross. Let me see, because I think she might have posted to her Instagram, or at least I saw an Instagram post. Okay, so I'm going to do this here. So this is from her page, okay? All right, here we go, y'all.
Happened with me at MSNBC. There is a burden to speaking the truth. It comes with a consequence. And when you find yourself as the messenger, there is a power structure in place that is not welcoming to our voices. I fought many battles. At this point, because I had shifted from being behind the camera to on camera, in fighting these battles, I can't lie, I made some enemies. I was devastated when my show was canceled. I was so sad, despite me not saying anything at the time, other than to issue a very politely worded and gracious statement, mostly for my viewers, a statement in which did not attack the network at all or say anything bad about them. The network began attacking me.
So that is the beginning of it, okay? So just want to at least show y'all that. I was never given an official reason why they canceled my show to the former host of The Cross Connection, but it was pretty obvious that I had drawn the ire of white conservatives. As Cross told it, her time at the network was rocky before she was even officially named an anchor. She said that after a segment on Morning Joe, which she challenged host Joe Scarborough about the history of racism in the Republican Party, he purposely or purportedly ran to executives to try to block her from getting hired to replace Joy Reid's hour. There's an unspoken rule that you're not supposed to disagree with Joe, and I didn't get that memo. Cross said, remember the encounter. I was told by several reputable sources, including a talent agent, 2 anchors, and another executive at the network, that he said and went to the president of the network's office to complain about my segment, to complain that I disagree with him, and that I called him racist and suggested I should not be Joy Reid's successor to get the show. Said Cross, adding that NBC Universal Chairman Cesar Conord hired her anyway. But she said things only got worse every single week from the start of my show to the very last show I did. It was about a couple of things I want to talk about. She added, when I was fighting these battles, I know y'all know exactly what I mean. I was spoken to in the most condescending ways. Cross, who had decades of experience, said that she would regularly have people to tell her the definition of news. I had my intelligence question, she said. MSNBC did not respond to her request for comment by the time of this publication. The former Cross Connection host also said she was held to a different standard than her white colleagues, despite what she said were consistently high ratings. Joe Scarborough was allowed to say what he wanted to say, as were other white men on the network, including Chris Matthews before he had his sexual scandal, hardball Chris Matthews. I had my script scrutinized because they didn't want me to say anything that sounded like an insult. It was exhausting. Cross said things really started to go downhill at MSNBC when she got on the radar of right-wing commentators, including Tucker Carlson, who accused who used the top of his show rather, to accuse her of trying to start a race war. After this, the network did not issue a statement the way that they had for some of my white colleagues who have been targeted by making an gaping ass extremists. Y'all know what it stands for. I just gave a new definition. Well, actually, that's been the definition. I think Hillary Clinton said deplorables, which really that is the extended version of the definition of what MAGA is. But that's neither here nor there. Said Cross. Instead, executives spoke to me and instructed me that I could not respond to Carlson at all. And they began to scrutinize my show, every little thing I wrote. Cross later appeared with Charmaine the Guy's show, where she said Florida was the ick of the country and called Ron DeSantis Ron stupid. Well, I mean, 45 said Ron sanctimonious. I mean, really. Everybody agrees nobody likes Ron DeSantis. That's why he suspended his campaign. Hopefully, he will not be the governor of Florida anymore. Florida can get back on track. After that show, I got a call from the president of the network saying that they would not be renewing my contract, which was up in a month, and that my viewers are not even being given the courtesy or respect of me being able to sign off or have a final show, said Cross. Cross said the way that she was let go impacted her professionally or on a deeper scale. When that happens, it suggests to other people in the industry that this person is so unreliable that we couldn't trust her with a live mic, she said. So it was all very intentional. The firing was abrupt. It was also intentional to my audience, my viewers, that you are not the kind of viewers that the company cares about. I was devastated. Cross says she doesn't regret firing with the network. For me, what was the point in having this platform if I'm going to show up and spell out vanilla granola boringness and hope that one day the white man lets me host the Today Show, she said. Well, a lot going on with Tiffany Cross. I know. And the crazy thing is, and I've been saying this, he lost a $1.3 billion contract for Disney to move their Imagineer headquarters to Florida. He also lost a fraternity convention that was $1.5 billion. So, I'm to be honest. So, and not to mention too, now DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, cannot be in curriculum, nor can taxpayer money be used for any state college trying to do diversity, equity, inclusion initiatives. So, he also wanted to build a prison by Disney World and took away Disney's special district, although him and his wife got married at Disney World and then gave universal approval for their own special district. That is what we would call hypocrisy, audacity, and the imagination to think you can just do one, take away one, and give one to another. Lord help. And now Sean Hannity has moved to Florida. So Sean Hannity, Joe Scarborough, they moved to Florida to do their shows. Ever since COVID, people have been able to do their shows from home and stuff like that. So now the networks are giving them full-fledged, support to do it. Yes, Lord help. So what do I think about Tiffany Cross with the 3 stories I told you all about? The way she got fired, the trips where she was making north of $200,000, and the fact that she made trips up to the fact that she made north of $200,000 when she thought she made $5 million, and now her response. I think that, for one, I don't like the fact of being suppressed. So I do agree that the First Amendment is for everybody, but also, too, I understand what Rashida Jones has to do, right? Because she's the president of MSNBC. The president of NBC is a white person. Okay? So even though she's the boss of that division, her boss is her boss. You understand? So heaviest that wears the crown. So, to say that Florida is the ick of the country and should be castrated, that's very blunt language. That when you are representing a company as an on-air host, you're representing that company on camera and off camera. So I understood why the rhetoric needed to be toned down, because guess what? Advertisers and partnerships could have ended with Tiffany's rhetoric. So I completely understand Rashida Jones. And this is not me kissing behind. This is not me kissing behind just to say that I'm for media. If I was in that position, and now I will say this, I would have let her respond, but I also would have gave her the guidelines to respond, not to hurt her, but to help her. I would have also fired Tiffany Cross. Because saying that type of language can hurt your show, it can hurt your colleague's show, and it can hurt the network, where opportunities should dry up for you and all of us. However, if you're giving somebody a show, you should allow them to do the show that they want. And not to mention, too, Tiffany, if you just wanted to say, hey, guess what? We're doing the Cross Connection live from the Super Bowl. Guess what? It could have been a great time with Football Night in America. Would have been a great time with NBC Sports. Would have been great. If you wanted to cover the Oscars, my Lord Jesus, like NBC covered the Golden Globes for a very long time before it moved to CBS. Y'all remember the organization had a discrepancy with diversity in terms of votership and a bunch of other stuff. So NBC canceled it and CBS picked it up, although they didn't know if they were going to have a home or not. But if you want to cover the Oscars, I mean, good damn, like Access Hollywood would have been a great tie-in, right? You could have brought on Billy Bush and Kit Hoover onto the Cross Connection, and they could have helped that. So you didn't use your resources. But that's my take on everything. So, whoa, y'all, we're almost at a 2-hour show. Man, oh man, oh man. All right. So I'm going to drop the link, even though I know some of y'all are at work and you may not be able to come up. But we keep it consistent on this channel of being able to bring you your perspective, hearing your voice, and allowing you to have a place to fall. There is no channel without all of you. I really do mean that. Anyone who thinks that they have made it to this point by themselves is lying to themselves. So, let's see here. Pinned message. The link is pinned if you guys want to come up, as the link is pinned there. Let me get y'all this story up here. Now, this is really cool. This is really, really cool. Y'all know that we do stories from the Good News Network, but, I think at this point, I will end it with a good news story from any site that's good news. I just want to at least establish that. You know what I mean? Just so that way we can have a compass. Because normally when we do Virtual Tour Live Primetime Edition, I ended with the Daily Motivator, but since this is the morning edition, we save that for the show. So here we go. This one is a big one. Y'all ready? Here we go. Sharon Rexy Rowley has been named president and CEO of a family-owned Western Air, succeeding her father, Captain Rexy Rowe. By the way, beautiful chocolate queen there. Sherry Rexy Rowe, Esquire, is taking over the family business. The aviation and corporate attorney is now the CEO, president, and accountable manager for Western Air, a family-owned private airline based in the Bahamas. So Sherea's position went into effect January 1st, 2024. So the first day of the year, she became CEO, succeeding her father, Captain Rexy Rowe. Captain Rowley led the airline since it was created alongside his wife, Shadow Rice Woodside. In 2000, he will remain involved as the chairman of the board, overseeing the direction of the airline. Sherexa brings over 15 years of experience, which includes over 9 years as vice president of operations and general counsel. Her achievements include launching the airline's first routes between the United States and to the United States between Nassau and Fort Lauderdale, and an open Western Air free port passenger terminal in 2015. Then supporting its rebuild during the wake of COVID-19 and Hurricane Dorian. Rexy is deeply committed to the service we offer passengers. She's hands-on. For years, her role had been all-encompassing, overseeing the day-to-day operations and the legal and regulatory affairs of the airline. We know she will continue to work hard, enhance, and develop the Western Air experience for passengers, Captain Rowley said in a news release. I thank God, I thank our hard-working and talented team for their commitment to the service we provide. Each person plays a part, and as a family business, it's truly an honor to step into the role that my dad served for so long, Sherexa expressed in a news release. Looking ahead, Sherexa says her focus will remain on the airline's customers, operations, and mission. Customers matter most, and we are here to serve from check-in to landing and beyond. She said in a press release, passengers motivate our growth and innovation. However, our core mission remains to be the same: to provide safety, quality, and affordable, efficient air service. We believe travel should be easy, no pressure. Hence, our tickets are usable for 1 year with no change or cancellation fees ever. Now, that's a good deal right there. That's a very good deal. So, here is Western Air. That's a nice plane right there. I'm not even on the front. And this is a family business, black owned. Okay. So So here are the locations here, okay? So they have from Bimini, Cat Island, Fort Lauderdale, Grand Bahama, Exuma International Airport, Marsh Harbor, Nassau, Bahamas, St. Andros, Bahamas, South Andros, Bahamas, and San Salvador, Bahamas. So our airline, look at that beautiful black stewardess right there. Look at that. Amazing. And there's the couple that made it happen there. Black don't crack, you heard? Listen. And then there is the beautiful queen right there. Good Lord Jesus. That's the daughter. Lord help. Oh, Jesus. Let me tell you something. A woman's greatness is intoxicating to a man of greatness. I got to tell you. Jesus be offense. Hashtag all around me every day. As for your protection as I travel along the way. So this is their passenger maintenance facility. 20,400 square feet. Very nice facility. And this is their terminal, 27,600 square feet. And their offices, the Nassau offices, are located at the Lynden Penn International Airport. I gotta tell you, I remember when Steve Harvey said, when you go to Africa, it's nice to wake up and see yourself. and to go on an airline, see yourself, has to be really cool. So here is everything here. So all tickets are open tickets. International tickets are valid up to 6 months. Domestic tickets are valid up to 1 year. All Western Air tickets are not refundable, not transferable. All excursion tickets must be used the same day. Ticket changes, no changing fees or cancellation fees. Everyone would greatly appreciate the heads up if you're not flying. Feel free to change reservations up to 5 hours before departure. There's all that. Checking the airports there. I'm showcasing all the website because at the beginning, middle, end of the day, this is a Black business. And you never know what your platform can do for somebody. And like I always say, just because I'm not being seen by everybody doesn't mean I'm not being seen. Because I know I've broken some stories on this channel that other people have not covered. I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact. Miscellaneous. And then right there. Pull up their YouTube channel. Let's see here. I'm trying to see where we fly. So those are all the places that they fly to. So they fly from Fort Lauderdale to all these locations here. So that's actually a really good business if you think about it now. You're probably thinking, well, wouldn't it be cool to see a Black airline fly, from Arkansas to Ohio, Florida to, California? Of course. But the fact that they figured out how to do this, well, you know how many people, go on vacation to the Bahamas for cruises and stuff. So just imagine you're in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and you want to go, and you want to. Well, I mean, I think you do have to board from the location, but either way, I'm saying the fact that they were able to create this business is absolutely amazing. So there's all the places there, and look at there, Bimini, which is where Virgin Voyages private island is. And if you need a private charter, so let's go to their YouTube channel.
Western Air introduces new jet flight services between Nassau and Fort Lauderdale. You heard right. Western Air is now flying between Nassau and Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Whether you're flying for business, shopping, or taking the family on a quick getaway, Western Air is at your service. Less flight time, more you time. You bring your family, you bring your crew, and we'll bring ours. Western Air, we'll take you there. Now jetting to Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fort Lauderdale.
Air is at your service. Less flight time, more you time. You bring your family, you bring your crew, and we'll bring ours. Western Air, we'll take you there. Now jetting to Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fort Lauderdale.
Listen, I just got chills, okay? I just got chills. Okay, I'm trying to see if we can find a flight here. Okay, so this is, I'm just going to give the context here.
Stick around and get along with you. Hello. Oh,
Doggone, it's not showing me the inside because I wanted to see the inside of the plane and everything. Shoot. Let me see something. maybe inside. Okay, so here is the inside of Western Air here, okay? So look at that. Very nice. Very nice seats there. So there you go. Very, very proud. Look at this. Look at that. From baggage claim to VP of the largest black-owned private airline in the world. Come on, y'all. This is what we do, damn it. This is what we do. This is what we do. And that's why I do this show. That's why I do this show. Because stories like this should be on Good Morning America. They should be on today. They should be on CBS Mornings. Hell, if CBS Mornings were a little bit more open-minded, maybe they could get up to Today or GMA, but Lord help. But anyway, but yep, that is the show. I'm going to turn on my camera because I've done the whole show for 2 hours. Oh, my Lord. Listen, I always love being able to do something good for y'all and give y'all something different that you may not have known about. It's interesting. I've always had the knack for finding out things that maybe other people may not have paid attention to, may have missed, or I found a groundswell before it got started. You know what I mean? So. But yeah, so my Lord. Two people in the building. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Glad to have all of you here. Glad to have all of you here. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm just looking at my emails, y'all. Just looking at the emails here. Yes, indeed. Man, a lot going on in the world today. Hey, man, a lot going on. By the way, tonight show. Now, I know we usually cover Married to Medicine or Potomac, but tonight, y'all know the drill. It is Melody, Cherie, and Carlos King. That's going to be at least the first full hour of the show before we get into hot topics. Okay? So, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I appreciate y'all so much for being here as you always are. And yeah, that's what we do around here. Excuse me, y'all. I'm so sorry. I think I am coming toward the end of the mucus because this mucus thing is just up, but it's going around, y'all. So please quench up, water up, all that good stuff. With that being said, I love you, I value, I embrace you all. I hope you guys enjoyed this show. Look, y'all, we went from the top Google searches in Black culture to ending it with a woman stepping up as the CEO of the largest private owned airline in the world, Black owned private airline in the world. That's pretty cool right there. So enjoy the day that is to come. I will see you all tonight at 6 p.m. for a very big live virtual tour. Prime time. One love. Tonight at 6 p.m. Bye, everybody.
you.